Everyone, welcome back. And today we're joined by the peak fighting heavyweight champion, Braxton Smith. Braxton, appreciate you giving us a bit of time today, man. First thing I'd like to sort of start off with is what originally brought you into the sport and made you want to chase the dream of becoming a professional fighter?
Man, I grew up street fighting. I grew up street fighting, like always getting in trouble. I was really good at that and in sports. So when that door closed to me for football, that football opportunity kind of closed. I would say not really closed. I just kind of killed some opportunities and just wanted to pursue something else. My mom got me into fighting, so that's how it all started.
For sure. So, look, Braxton, martial arts is such a game of highs and lows, both competitively and, in the training room with the day-by-day grind. How do you mentally sort of stay the course, as it were, when you have a bad day in the training room or you don't perform to the level you desire in a comp? Do you look to the people around you or do you kind of look to yourself to sort of motivate yourself to keep going?
I would say self-motivation, man. I'm kind of really still trying to find a home gym. I'm really doing everything on my own. So next year, I'm really looking to make leaps and bounds in my progress in my game and translate over to a world class heavyweight. But self motivation. I'm having bad days training or not feeling it, man. Or I'm tired, and everything's like repetitively. I'm keep like, damn, I'm burnt out from doing this. I just got dig deep and just motivate off myself. Just self motivation for me.
Braxton, I noticed you were originally with signed with the management company Iridium. Then you made the move over with Alex Gonzalez and Virtus Sports. How has it been since you moved over with Alex? And has there was there any sort of specific reason for coming over with Alex?
So Alex is a real cool dude, man. Alex, where he started from with First Round, and how he's grinding now to to provide and light fire under his own management company. That's what kind of got me to want to hop aboard, and I want to make history. Me and him make history together. Not be with Iridium with 1,000 fighters, bro, and I'm kind of at the bottom of the totem pole until I start making name. So I started making a name for myself in the UFC, the big leagues, and making my way up. But it's special when you start from the bottom, and you can actually, I can actually grind with Alex, who's also grinding and starting from the bottom himself. So that's what makes this chemistry more special.
For sure. So, look, Braxton, all of your victories have come from your striking. And, while it would certainly be a bit silly for us fans to assume that you aren't working on your jiu-jitsu and your wrestling, was striking one of the aspects of martial arts that you sort of took to the most? Or, was it more of a case of you just find striking more fun?
So it's definitely more fun for me, for sure. And I love striking, man. My dream would be to come to, Thailand for like 4 to 6 months and kind of do some Thai training, bro. And I just really love the art of like kickboxing and just knocking someone out, man. Like I just love striking.
Braxton, whilst a lot of professionals, would love to be signed by the UFC, there is becoming a stronger case nowadays for other organisations like the PFL, Bellator, and definitely one in terms of the competition and the athletes they have, and definitely pay. Is the goal for you solely the UFC, or is it sort of to get to one of those big four promotions, if you will?
I was waiting on this question. It's the UFC it's definitely a dream. It's in my country, the NFL is the big leagues for football, American football. So it's the NFL of the fight world, combat sports, MMA world. So for me, it's getting to one of those big leagues. If it's the UFC, it's the PFL, Bellator, one fight. Whichever one comes first, I'll make my statement and do the best I can with those promotions and that company. But those are the promotions I'm looking at, and it's just UFC it has the biggest name. So of course a lot of guys' dream will be go to the UFC, and it's also mine. Now that I started back fighting after taking an 8-year layoff. But yeah, any one of those big promotions, I'll be happy with.
For sure. So Braxton, to kind of take a step back, if you will, early in your career, you didn't get the ideal result in your first professional outing against Chase Sherman, who is a very legitimate opponent. And since then, you've gone on a 4-fight win streak that are all finishes, which is amazing to see. But was that loss sort of an additional motivation to adjust your training and approach, or do you just write it off as, that was just a fight and what happened?
Yeah, I kind of write it off. I would love to get that rematch someday. in the UFC for sure. But yeah, man, I was the number one amateur, heavyweight in the state of Alabama. He was the number one amateur in Mississippi. So, we crossed paths at B3, and Chase had he's a game opponent, like you said. He had a really good camp, really good team. I was kind of by myself still. And that's why he won that fight. I'm a better athlete, better fighter than Chase Sherman. But, he won it fair and square, man. And hopefully I can run that back one day with him for sure.
Braxton, I saw the house you put on your Instagram story last night in Oregon, the dream house. How many years till you secure your dream house? How many years? What's the goal for you, and how many years till you get that Oregon house?
Man, brother, I don't know, man. So I like maybe a 5-year plan, like set up a 5-year plan, 7 at the longest. But who knows? Like, I'm not on anyone's time but mine. So it's like I'm already moving to the state next year. So of course I won't be living like that next year.
Yeah, of course.
Moving to the state next year, man, and just kind of saving and just keep growing and growing and growing and doing what I can do. And there's no time frame on it. I'm not one of those people that's like, hey, Billy Joe has a brand new home and he's only 29 years old. I'm like, that's great for him, but it's my process and it's on my time. But hopefully 5 to 7 years, man. Maybe sooner though. It just depends on if I can get in one of these big promotions and get to going. So maybe sooner.
For sure. So look, Braxton, last question from us, because we don't want to keep you too long, but we really appreciate you giving us some time. So looking forward to the rest of 2022 and 2023, what is sort of the goal that you've set yourself for the next few fights? Are you looking to really just sort of develop your skill sets and show why you're one of the best heavyweights on the scene today? Or are you looking to, kind of really make a fast track into one of those bigger promotions next year?
If I could have it my way, man, to be honest with you, if it's the UFC, I would love to fight Austin Green on a Dana White Contender Series. Winner of that fight gets a contract. If not, man, I know I don't have anything scheduled for the rest of the year. I think I'll defend my title with Pete because I'm on a 3-fight contract, so I have 2 more fights left. I'll defend my title, I think, January the 7th or something like that. So just kind of taking it easy, man. Like I said, looking to really get in the good gym and start training, and I want to be well prepared and be ready to go once I do get that call from the big dogs. So yeah, man, it's no rush here on my end for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Braxton, it's been a pleasure to chat to you, man, and we wish you all the best. We can't wait to see you get into one of the big 4 promotions. We'll be right there behind you, and we'd love to talk to you again in future, man. We can't wait.
Oh, for sure. I appreciate it, man. I love Australia, man, from movies and seeing everything. I've never been, man, but hopefully I'll be able to come down there one day, and I appreciate you guys.
One day with the UFC, eh? One day with the UFC.
For sure. Most definitely.
Awesome.
Thanks very much, man.